Hacker News, a good predictor of future tech trends. Bitcoin.
Which makes sense. Yeah.
So I believe the red one is
That's Hacker News.
Hacker News, and Google Trends is the blue one. 4 years. Serverless. Hacker News was only ahead of the curve by 1 to 2 years on this one.
It is consistently ahead.
Tesla. Hacker News is a bit late. Hard to read this graph. What do you see from this?
Hacker News is very noisy. It looks like
the y-axis as like a spike of interest. The spike in interest on Google Trends is larger than the spike in Hacker News, because Hacker News, the max out, the top spike is in 2018, whereas Google Trends are like somewhere in like 2016.
They're trying to show when did each data source peak. Hacker News peaked later than Google Trends.
If Hacker News is a good trend predictor, then
it should peak earlier
than Google Trends.
Yeah,
according to this graph. Like NFTs.
Definitely more correlated.
Yeah, because I remember NFTs, there should be a little bit of a hype in
back
like
in
2018,
yeah,
right?
CryptoKitties.
But this graph didn't show that. Machine learning.
I do think though, like this ML peak of 2018 or so, 2017, 2018. I do think that this is still a bit too late to kind of be on the hype train.
Yeah, because I remember back then we were in school and we were already
on that hype train.
We're already on that hype train.
You're not ahead of the curve.
You're not ahead of the curve by following Hacker News at this point. Remote work, COVID just lined up. 3D printing. It looks like Hacker News people don't really care.
I think Hacker News is more on the looking at like new breakthrough changes, and like if you're just making more 3D printers slightly better, that's not going to keep the Hacker News crowd's interest.
Yeah.
Because you look also at COVID, right? COVID's like, okay, everybody's doing remote work. We don't have to talk about it anymore. We're on to like new stuff.
Right.
Or like ML, like, everybody's talking about AI today, but like we're kind of moving on to new stuff.
Yeah.
NFTs, moving on to new stuff.
New stuff.
I guess Tesla, not yet.
So
serverless, yeah, it is kind of moving on to new stuff.
Yeah.
Right. And Bitcoin
kind of moving on to new
somewhat,
stuff. Yeah.
The Hacker News crowd has both, I would say, like more insider information, but a shorter attention span for these trends after looking at this article.